or audio recording, we got you covered.
UrbanBroadcastMedia.com, Chicago.
And around the world where your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk.
It's Three's Company.
Rob Lee, LB Sweets,
Yo.
Tina Gray,
Yo.
and Lena Shanice.
Hey, y'all.
So okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, pleasing to everyone's ears.
LB Sweets, what we got in the Ratchet Report this week?
That's not okay.
It's not okay.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
Officially, the Cufino of the week.
Cause you're a creep.
Reason
Hell
what
no,
you're saying.
you freakazoid.
Yeah, what?
It is Three's Company on UBM Talk and now UBM Jam.
Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m.
Only on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com.
My name is Coach Thomas. I am a fitness, health, and nutrition coach and member of the Illinois Governor's Council on Health and Physical Fitness. Make sure you check out Change for the Better with Coach Thomas Sunday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. We will discuss topics and feature guests that will give you helpful tips and advice on how to create healthier habits that will lead to a healthier lifestyle. Make sure you check out Change for the Better with Coach Thomas, where we focus on healthy kids and healthy communities.
Tune in to Change for the Better with Coach Thomas, Sundays 7 to 8 p.m. only on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com.
Hello, this is Leon Finney, your host of Another Perspective on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com. We are the voice of Black America. Join me and my guests every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. as we discuss the issues that impact Black America. Tune in to UBM Talk on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com. The simulcast on our affiliate station WBON 1690 AM. That's Another Perspective every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. And you can run and tell that.
Hey, it's Bronzeville Diva Cinnabella, inviting you, your friends, and business partners to join us at Urban Broadcast Media's first social SIPA of 2015. Get a VIP tour of Bronzeville's state-of-the-art multimedia broadcast facility at 4108 South King Drive on January 30th from 6 to 9. Live performances by, yes, your Bronzeville Diva. For more info, visit www.urbanbroadcastmedia.com.
The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Talk.
Hey, welcome. This is the Let's Stay Together show. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, here with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain from the Let's Stay Together show. How you doing, baby?
I am doing great.
Just keep on talking. Nobody know that you can't hear me. Just keep talking, girl.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Hey, it is our 1 year anniversary. And we hit the airwaves, like I said, 1 year ago, and all was good for our new talk show. We want to say thank you and for giving us this opportunity, making a great success. 54 broadcasts later, and we are going to turn it up in 2015 with more exciting shows and guests for our loyal listeners. Again, we want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you, thank you. Babe, you want me to keep going here?
Yeah, keep on going, girl.
Okay,
You got some scriptures for me?
Do I have what for you, sweetie?
Scriptures.
No, I
some
got a long
scriptures.
way to go before
Oh,
that.
you got a long way to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
why it's hot and
go a long way real quickly.
Okay. Welcome to the Let's Stay Together show, where you hear the rhythms of all relationships. And to know our glory, you have to do what, babe?
You got to know our backstory. Didn't we just do this already? What you doing, girl?
I haven't done it, sweetie.
Okay, I could have sworn we just said that.
Let me keep doing.
Okay,
Let me do me.
Okay, do you?
Okay, let me do me. Tonight's topic is rekindling the love for one another. Why can't we be friends? Violence of all ages seems to be the rage of Chicago and every other state for that matter, especially youth violence. The statistics show that 2014 had fewer murders as in 390 to be precise, since 1965, which is an overall trend in declining crime. But is that good enough? That is 390 lives snuffed out. One murder is one murder too many. Despite the gains the city made in decreasing violent and property crimes, the number of shootings still rose. How can we rise together to continue to make progress in reducing overall crime? Everyone has an important role in stopping youth violence before it starts. What part are you playing? And that is going to be the question and many more on the McCain Train tonight. So we're going to get right into it. I want to welcome to the McCain Train our first newbie over here, Shelton Smith. This Phi Beta Sigma man is a deacon at Trinity United Church of Christ
I like
Church.
that. Yeah,
and a Chicago ambassador and project manager with Leadership at its Best Bold program and a 2014 Stellar recognition for notable contributions. African American History Month. Then we got Mr. Suave Debonair, AndreJuan Williams, the minister, owner and CEO of Millennium Services, Inc., and graphic design company. This is a man that reaches back and gives back to helping the youth in many communities to lift them up and to move them forward in our society. Now, if you want to know more about these two gentlemen, I know you do. If you want to know more about them, go to our website at letsstaytogethershow.webs.com. Now, I'm about to give you the scripture.
Okay, now give me the scriptures.
Okay,
now.
This is the word here.
I know I'm a little ahead of things, but
we know why.
I'm just excited about the subject. That's all.
Yes, because it's our anniversary. Now, we're going to go to Proverbs 29:15. It says, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother shame. And we know there's some children that bring their mother shame. Proverbs 23:13 says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Now, you got to join in on this conversation. So what they got to do, baby? They got to call in.
Call in. This is a subject you definitely got to call in. Give them that number, baby.
That number is 312-754-4333.
Hey, it's cold in Chicago, and it's getting colder and colder. But I'm going to tell you one thing that we found out. The crime in Chicago is heating up. Right now, the crime in Chicago, they're saying that they spent, now you got to hear this now, $95 million this year to try to fight crime. However, crime rose 14%. Now, I don't know if it's just you all or not, but if you spend $95,000 on crime and it rose 14%, we're not using that money smartly when it rises up that much. So I'm a little bit troubled by that. The statistic shows that there was 327 fewer people shot, but it rose up 14%. And the actual statistic shows that there was about 2,272 or 2,231 murders or shots, people that were shot and murdered in Chicagoland alone. And you know that they're saying that this is only going in one large neighborhood. That's what the news is telling us. It's only going in one large neighborhood. But we've got to find out exactly what's going on. So I've got two brothers here, Shelton Smith and Andre Williams, and they're let me say that. AndreJuan, thank you. I'm just going to call him my boy because that's my boy now. My boy is here. AJ is here. AJ the Dub is here. That's my boy is here. We're going to talk about some things, and I'm going to go over to Shelton for a little bit. Shelton, yes, man, what is going on? $95 million for crime, and it rose up 14%. Are we really spending our money wisely?
And when you have to adopt a description for your city or for your community as such, that tells you the level of violence that's going on in the city of Chicago. And I think that as influential professionals and as city officials, our elected officers, I think that we need to hold them accountable for bringing about change. I think we need to look at economic wisdom as to where our dollars are being spent as taxpayers, where they're being allocated, and what programs are being implemented to kind of resolve and dissolve a lot of the unsavory activities that's taking place in our communities.
Yeah, and that's good because basically what's happened is just seemed like we've just kind of like we're going to just go throw some money at a situation, and that's just going to cure it all. But I'm going to tell you something. This is just me. This is an editorial from Reverend Rick McCain, and this is not what the Let's Stay Together show is saying. Just an editorial from me. I can think of a lot of things I can do with $95 million than to fight crime, and it rises up 14%. I'm telling you this. I can think of a lot of work programs that we could do where we can move people from crime-ridden neighborhoods to work environments where they can start working and start, helping out in their, communities instead of spending money like that. Andre, you go out and help a lot of people like that. Can we do something better with $95 million?
There's many things that could be done as far as the economical status of this city and what they're allocating as far as with programs and stuff like that. And really, we really don't have nothing. But, I mean, $95 million did not equate a life. You see, there's so many kids out here losing their lives, but it's nobody standing up to be accounted for as far as what's going on with our youth of today. And as men of today, we need to stand up and be able to captivate our kids, not just by the words we say, but by our actions.
Yeah.
And when we do better, we get better responses. See, the government is only going to do so much. I mean, history repeats itself over and over and over again, and we still get the same response. That's why you have so much negativity within the mainstream of this city, that where people figure like, well, okay, it doesn't apply to me. But see, every kid, once said, it takes a village to raise a child. Hillary Clinton. Okay, she once said that, and it takes more than just what's at home, because we have a lot of people. Social media is deterring whatever we are doing with our children inside of our homes.
Yeah.
You could be the best parent in the world, no matter what it is, and you have these social media, these internets and stuff like that, and we got our babies watching this stuff.
Yeah.
So they want to emulate these things. So how do we change this faction until something that's more realistic and long-standing? Is we need a lot of men to stand up.
Yeah, and let's not sugarcoat this thing, because society is saying that this is an African American problem. That's what basically we're saying. Because if you look at the news now, that's all they're showing. I don't even like watching the news, because all they're showing is African American men killing each other. African American men killing each other. And I was talking to Sheldon about this before. I ain't killed nobody. The majority of African American men in the state of the city of Chicago, state of Illinois, the United States, are not out there killing people, but they want to portray it as though that's the lifestyle of an African American male. I'm a little troubled by that, so I'm just going to throw this at you guys too about it. What do we do, Sheldon? I'm asking you this. What do we do, man, to give people an understanding that? I shouldn't say give people who are not African American the understanding that this is not a black issue. This is an American issue.
Exactly, Rick. It is not, and you're exactly right. The majority of African American men living in the city of Chicago do not live the lifestyle of unsavory activity where they're escalating violence, or they are out killing, robbing, stealing, and taking on these criminal activities. I think what happens is the media has an opportunity to inflate a platform, and they dive into that. I think that there are some things going on in the African-American community. Let's just be real. There are. However, if you go to the North Shore, you'll find that there are some unsavory activities taking place in New Trier High School. Mm-hmm. If you go into Highland Park, you'll find that there's some unsavory activity taking place in Loyola. But because these communities are not urban communities, because these communities don't seek or look the face of the African-American resident, then I think that sometimes the focus is taken away from certain areas that have a cushion, because it may be political, it may be wealth, it may be the influential lives in these communities, or these are gated communities where we don't want to expose these types of activities that are taking place. We want to just concentrate and focus where it's expected to take place.
Like in Roseland and Inglewood.
Exactly. Yeah. Roseland, Inglewood, certain parts of Woodlawn, certain parts of Ashburn and Gresham and those communities, these things are happening, and it's unfortunate that we have seemingly, as a community and as a culture, we have seemingly accepted the fact